to the pound here. In this video, we're going to set up a Postgre database into your Rails 6 project. And I think everything that we're going to do in this video is also compatible with Rails 5, but just since Rails 6 just launched, let's just give it a try. And the first thing that we're going to do is to create a new project. Now let's cd into it and let's open that folder with our favorite text editor, and we're going to add our PostgreSQL into our database. But before that, make sure you have installed Postgre on your system. So I'm going to leave a link in the description with all the commands and dependencies that you're going to need, so you can copy paste them. And yeah, now that we have installed our Postgre dependencies, we're going to add our pggem or PostgreSQL into our database and bundle install it. And at this point, we can go and configure our under the config directory on our database.yml file. In this file, we're going to add our Postgre connection, to our project. So as you can see, I added a development and production configuration, and just so you know, this is not the only way of doing it. It's just my favorite way of doing it. There's even a argument that you can pass when you create a new Rails app that will allow you to create or to connect it with Postgre with a default configuration from the beginning. I think that's pretty cool. And also you can decide if you want to just, for instance, just add it to production and not to development to keep it simple, or to add it to the three of them: development, testing, and production. But yeah, I just prefer to add it to development and production because I like testing some specific Postgre setup on my development machine before going into production. And yeah, I think that the most important part here are the database name and password. That the password is going to be stored into a environment variable on production, and because you just don't want it to get exposed on your source code. And unfortunately, at this point, you can't just do a rakedb create or migrate or setup, seed, etc., because you have to before doing it, you have to set up your database. You have to create your database directly from so you have to create your database directly from Postgre. So we're going to do that now. First, we're going to log into our Postgre console, and after that we're going to create our database. And if you haven't already, we're going to set up our password. And let's get out of this console by typing /q, and make sure that your database name and password matches with your database and password name on your configuration. And yeah, that's it. Let's just save this and let's give it a try by creating a scaffold. Let's create our typical article post model with a title and a body. Yeah. So at this point, we can just do what we normally will do to create and migrate the database. So that's it. This database was created on Postgre at this point. The testing database is still on SQLite, but I think at this point, if you want to add it also to your testing environment, you could figure it out by just matching or naming a different database name. And let's migrate this. Now let's just run this project to see it in action. Go to our post views, and there you go. All this is being stored in Postgres now. Okay, thanks for watching.